I do think that one of the dangers of the regulatory regime and the directions that we're going in right now, I very much agree with Ruth's direction, is that regulation and innovation are not friends. And listen, we're big companies, and we will have the dialogue and abide by the regulation on a global basis. And when the rules are clear, we're going to follow those rules. Absolutely. But I do think that the startups of the world, the businesses that are building the exciting new ideas, et cetera, whatever regulation there is, we would want there to be room for innovation at a certain level, at the much lower scale, so that you can have startups who have some sandbox to innovate in, to take some risks in, at a size in which they're not kind of a fundamental changer one way or the other of society. And then once they get to a certain size, they've got to regulate, they've got to abide just like everyone else. So the direction, the dialogue, I think is a positive dialogue. The large global companies are going to do what we should, and we're going to do the right thing. But to create a sandbox for innovation that, 10 years ago created Uber and 20 years ago created Google, for that innovation still to be possible within a regulatory framework, I think is incredibly important.
Does either of you think that sandbox is getting too small?
I think some of the rule making is problematic for startups. It's tougher for them. They have to think about 5 different things versus just going and building a great product that consumers love, et cetera. So
anything you'd point to specifically?
When you look in Europe and some of the regulations there, there's a European startup tech scene out there, and they have one more thing to worry about. Now, ultimately, I think it's a good thing, and this is a necessary ingredient. But as we look forward, I do think we should look to create a sandbox for the smaller players.